Well, let me start by saying that the work that all the data experts are doing are absolutely essential for advancing education in emergency and protracted crisis. And it's not a standalone area of work, but so interrelated to funding and results and to achieve inclusive quality education in conflict and crisis-affected countries. What will be important to ensure that interlinkage and connecting the dots for data experts is to recognize the emerging issues. First of all, in the humanitarian context today, we have a 400% increase in funding requirements overall, which today it stands at over $25 billion a year, which is quite a big number or amount. We see emerging issues. Climate change is playing an increasing cause for displacement, both in natural disaster but also conflict induced. We have the largest forced displacement figures today, both for internal displaced and for refugees. And security and safety have deteriorated drastically also for humanitarian workers and those who deliver a quality education in emergencies. So recognizing these issues, making sure to have a very solid baseline and be able to capture the issues and the results will be critically important in order also to raise the resources that are so required to achieve SDG 4 in crisis. Well, first of all, as we are a fund, so we invest in education programming, which is increasingly cross-sectoral, addressing mental health, protection, strong emphasis on gender, one of our priorities. So, but we invest funding. In order to do so, we also have certain core objectives, mobilizing political will, finances, catalyze joint programming. But a fourth very important objective, and which relates immediately to data, is to strengthen the quality education and the investment in quality, so that whatever we do through joint programming and collective outcomes, the new way of working, has to lead to learning outcomes. Continuous education, inclusive education, and that children and youth, when they graduate in their 12th year, they can do more than just reading and writing. Their mental health has been stabilized because many of them are traumatized normally as a result of conflict, and they actually learn and walk away knowing more, being socially more adaptable, having the social, emotional and intellectual skills, and can therefore move on with their lives to higher education or livelihood. So for education cannot wait to invest funds, data helps us ensure that we can measure results and also design programs, our partners design programs that will lead to continuity, inclusion and actual learning outcomes. Without data, we can neither measure nor raise the resources and nor see the fruits of these collective efforts, and even know if they took place in the first place. Data is there to verify it, but also to plan for it. Well, you know, I speak from a background of being both a practitioner and also having been an adjunct professor in academia, and you need both. The practitioner has usually a different mindset and academia, and I think it's very important to meet. Data has to be harmonized, having similar standards and a common definition of data that is usable and applicable and that actually is coherent and harmonized. I think that's very important, that they find common ground. Another one is to make sure, of course, that accuracy. I always say, as a lawyer, when you want to verify something, you need to focus on accuracy and the facts. And I think improving the the quality of data is going to be important if we want to achieve quality education. So I think the harmonization, the accuracy, and also to make the data accessible to lay people who are not data experts, so that they can use that in their program design, they can use that in measuring results, and also to understand the results and the learning outcomes and the achievements. So make it available, use visualization, and they say that if you can explain something in simple terms, it means that you really understand the subject matter. If you don't understand it, you tend to complicate things. And I know that we have a wonderful group of data experts today here in this summit, and I know that they will, and I've heard the panels today, they will explain it simply, accurately, and also in a harmonious way. So I think the participants here today will be driving the kind of data and the delivery of it and production of it and presentation of it in the way that will be extremely helpful to Education Cannot Wait and all our partners who are out there doing the actual work in crisis.